Hello everyone and welcome back to Philosophical Fridays. This is the show where I take a big philosophical question, I break it down, and hopefully by the end of the video we have an answer. So this week's question is, what defines success? And this is an interesting question that I don't think anyone really has the right answer to, but if you ask anyone who lives in a capitalist nation or any varying degree of it, you'll most likely get an answer of, how much money you have, how big of a house you have, how nice of a car you have, some kind of varying degree of, how much money you have, how much stuff you have. And I want to contest that that's not really the right definition of success, in my mind at the very least. So in order to answer this question, I figured I'd start by going on dictionary.com and looking up, what is success, and little to my surprise, definition number 2 is the attainment of wealth, position, honors, or the like. So obviously, the dictionary.com also glorifies the capitalist definition of success as, how much money you have, how much stuff you have, obviously the attainment of wealth. And I don't think that's success. I think success is what you do in this world, what you do while you're alive. That determines whether you're a successful person or not. Because you could look at someone who has billions of dollars but does nothing for this world, and I don't think that person is a success. Yeah, they got a lot of money. Congratulations for you, but what did you do for this world? Well, that person probably owned a business where they trumped all over minimum wage employees just to hoard up as much money as they could and make as much profits for their company as they could. And why is that person deemed a success? We always glorify these super rich, like the American dream, have this big house, big car, big everything. The Americans like things big. But, why do we glorify that definition of success when there are other definitions such as, the favorable, prosperous termination of attempts or endeavors, the accomplishment of one's goals? But like I said, we glorify the attainment of wealth definition of success, even though it's number 2 definition on here. I think it's number 1's definition in most people's perspectives. And, I think success, like I said, is, what you do while you're in this world defines who you are as a person and whether or not you were, quote, successful. Obviously, you could ask 10 different people what success is and they may give you 10 different answers. But, I think it should be any varying degree of, what you did in this world. You look at someone like Bill Gates, who obviously is a super billionaire, one of the richest men in the world. I don't believe he's number 1. Number 2, I believe he is. But he's done a lot through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for helping the poor, helping the needy. I think he is, not only that, he's also done a lot for the technological era, Windows and Xbox. I don't know how much you could argue that that's done a lot for the technological era, but someone who has helped out a lot of other people through his own money. And I think that makes him successful because he doesn't just take all the money from Microsoft and just hoard it. I mean, I don't think you can hoard. There's nothing really you could do with $40 billion or however much Bill Gates is worth. But he's a classic example of someone who's taken his accumulation of wealth and, he's dispersed it out. And I think that makes him successful because he is someone who wants to make an impact on this world. Like I said, he's someone who wants to make a difference in this world. And by doing what Bill Gates does, I think that makes him a successful person. I don't think it's enough to call someone who makes a ton of money or has a ton of stuff successful. Obviously, I think there are people who aren't wealthy who are still very successful, who are very good at what they do, who, there are a lot of big buck actors who make a ton of money and they're deemed successful, but I think there are a lot of, just to name an industry, a lot of lower level actors who may not make a ton of money, but they're very good at what they do, they're very good at acting, and I think that makes them very successful. I think being good at what you do is an important part of being successful. I don't think it's necessarily this American definition of success, having all this stuff that makes you successful, as I've probably said a couple times throughout this commentary. But that's it for this edition of Philosophical Fridays. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.